All right, we're back. That's the first play right there of the second half. That's Honey Badger running right up the middle, bounces it outside, takes on the 15-year-old, and is finally swung down. Nice run there. The one thing we did miss, because I brought my son some water in the car but then he was sleeping, so I said, oh, good, okay, he's getting a rest. But then as I was coming back, I saw him lining up for kickoff, so I was like, oh, crap. So I ran up here, and then all I saw was a Honey Badger with like a 30-yard kick return. And I missed it, man. Hopefully somebody else got that, but my bad. My bad. So 1st and 10 now after the 12 or 15-yard run by the Honey Badger, and it's actually 1st and goal from about the 8. Raiders threatening. 21-0 right now is the score. Mello under center, handoff to the Honey Badger up the middle. He bounces it outside, and he's going to take it all the way to the house for another touchdown. So 26 now to nothing as this Raider offense looks to be unstoppable. And you can see now when we lost to, I want to say, the Niners and the Rams back-to-back for this 9U team. You can see how those losses hurt even more now because you see how talented this team is. So for them to lose any games is painful because they're this good. You know, this is a good soldier team. I mean, from what we've heard, the organization's good, but Raiders look real good last week against the Colts, and they're looking just as good, if not better, this week. As they line up for the point after. Mello under center, single back formation. That's the Honey Badger back there. One receiver to his right, one to the left. As they just do a quarterback sneak, Mello up the middle. And that offensive line just doing their job pushing. And, oh, they didn't get it. They're about a, geez. He's like running on the line saying that's where the ball was stopped. So they must have been inches away from it. There is a Raider down for a second, but he gets back up. That was number 7, Persius. So they come up short on the point after, but it's still... Sorry, it's actually 27. It was 21-0. And they scored the touchdown. Gosh. So Raiders will kick off here, 27-0 here in the third quarter. .10U is next. As Mello lines up to kick off, he'll probably do that same onside kick.
Lonnie, get ready for the ball! Get ready to get that ball! Eyes on the ball, Lonnie!
And the kick, another good onside kick, bobbled and recovered by the Raiders. I'm telling you, the Arizona Cardinals should hire Mello to do onside kicks as they get the ball back again. And Raiders will have a 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line as they look to add on to this big 27-0 lead they have. As the Soldiers just not able to get anything going. They've been on offense very limited, though, as well, because of the 2 onside kicks that we recovered. And the fumbles that we have forced, they maybe have ran on offense maybe 8 plays. So time of possession, a huge factor here, as the Raiders have pretty much had the ball the whole time. As Mello lines up under center, I think, or is that Mello in the backfield, that halfback? I don't know who's in at quarterback. Some dude with a black helmet. Who is that? Ooh, it's going to be false start on the offense. Trying to see who's in at quarterback. It's definitely Mello back at halfback. And then you have the Honey Badger in at fullback. Let me see if I can see who's in at quarterback. Number 12. Ryder Mesa in at quarterback right now. Mello deep as halfback, and Honey Badger as fullback. But shout out to this offensive line as that's, oops. Number 50, Jesus Hernandez is up there. Number 55, Marcelo Gonzalez is up there. It's a handoff to the Honey Badger up the middle, but he gets tripped up. I think it was a little bit of a mishap on the handoff. But number 71 up there, Kanoa Girilong. Number 13, Angel Leonel Bojorquez. But this offensive line, and that's what me and Coach Pina talked about in the halftime interview, if you saw that, how well this offensive line has done the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Let's go, Soldiers!
So Ryder under center, drops the snap, and then he picks it up when he has his knee on the ground, so that's why they blew the play dead.
Good stop!
You know, we're just getting some reps in here too, as Ryder number 12, Ryder Mesa has not been in a quarterback a lot this year, but, you know, up 27-0, they're getting him some reps, which is good. Because if Mello ever needs a break and you need to have your, backup quarterback going there and he needs to know the offense, and that exchange from center to quarterback is always a big learning curve at this age. As he's under center again, I formation, gets the snap well this time. Jet sweep over to number 2 as he makes it outside. Nice downfield block by Mello, and the 15-year-old tackles him. But a good downfield block by Mello and a good run by number 2, Moises Castillo Wilson Jr. He's had a good game today too. So that'll bring up 4th and about 6, maybe a long 5. But again, you notice how many defensive linemen have made it into the backfield. It's hardly ever. As we probably all know what's coming here. It's probably a fullback dive to the Honey Badger, but it's just unstoppable. Or Mello. Nope, jet sweep to number 2 the other way. Ooh, a huge block by Mello again. As Moises Castillo drives his way easily a first down, 7-yard gain. That's back-to-back plays. If you're not watching this live and you're doing game film or whatever after the game, let's see what the call is, because there's a flag down. Face mask on the defense. So that'll tack on some yards at the end of the run. Regardless, first down for the Raiders on a crucial, not crucial, but a 4th and 6. But if you're not watching this live, roll those last 2 plays back and look at the blocks by Mello downfield. That's what you try to teach these kids, is a lot of times at this age they're like, oh, if I don't get the ball, if the ball's not designed for me, then I'm, gonna, kind of run downfield and see if I can. But some of these kids, like Mello and the Honey Badger, they look forward to not getting the ball so they can go lay somebody out. Mishap on the snap as they still hand it off to the Honey Badger, and he breaks his way out into the secondary, and he's headed for the corner. Can he be chased down? He's tripped up at the 2. So a good little touchdown-saving tackle, but a better run by the Honey Badger as he makes his way about a 17-yard run there. He's got to be approaching this century mark in rushing. And it'll be a 1st and goal from about the 2. So another good run and another good hole to run through by this offensive line. I'm just going to leave that canopy pole there, okay? I'm not going to. So 10U coming up next as they're behind me practicing. And then they will be followed up by the 11U and then 12U. So here's for the point after. Ryder Mesa still in at quarterback, takes the snap, hands off to Mello on the jet sweep. He cuts it back up into the middle and he gets the 2 point. As there's a huge block over here by the Honey Badger. Maybe been after the whistle a little bit, but so that'll make it 34-0 here, and I think we're still in the 3rd. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I think a lot of times when teams get up, oh wait, did they blow the play dead? I think they blew the play dead. Because they didn't go backwards or anything, so it wasn't like a penalty, but they're going to go for the point after again. I wonder if they're going to run the same play, which is that jet sweep. No, they're not, because Mello's in deep at halfback. So Ryder Mesa under center, hands the ball off to the Honey Badger right up the middle. And he tries to push his way. Look at that offensive line drive that pile. And they get the score. So now it's 34-0. As that play was easily, could have been tackled in the backfield, but because the line is so strong, bro, this offensive line is sweet. Look at those big dudes, bro, just jogging off the field. Let's get these dudes some freaking airtime. Look at these rock stars. That's the meat and potatoes of this offense right here. Not them, sorry. But that offensive line. I mean, if you gave a game ball away, you could easily give it to Mello. You could easily give it to the Honey Badger. You could give it to Castillo Wilson Jr., number 2. But if I had to pick, I'd give it to the O-line. Because without them, you can't get out of the backfield. And these dudes are not only keeping people out of the backfield, but they're blowing huge holes open, too, for these backs to run through. So 34-0. Like I said, I think we're still in the third. As you know how scary these kickoffs can be. Scary, exciting for us, but scary, we just want the ball back for the Soldiers. Because they have not had the ball in the second half so far. Again, I think they ran a total of maybe 8 to 10 plays the whole game. Here's the onside kick. It's more of a rocket this time as he punches it into the second layer of that defense. Then he just gets lit up by Mello, also the kicker. But the Soldiers do get the ball back this time. So Soldiers take over on offense. We did see them move the ball decently well in the second quarter. But honestly, that's about it. As this defense for the Raiders just doing its job. So shotgun formation here. The snaps have been at their shoe tops a lot too. But well, it was a good snap, but it went right by him. That's the 19-year-old that's back there playing quarterback, and he just falls on the ball. So a big loss there. So it'll be a second. It looked like about a 9-yard loss. So about a 2nd and 19 here. Shotgun formation again. Snap right off his face mask. But he just picks it up and then gets tackled while he gets hit. And he is a big kid, so it takes about 3 Raiders to bring him down. That time the tackle led by, looks like the Honey Badger, and then number 30. As I believe that's probably going to be the end of the quarter. But number 30, Chris Bejarano. No, it is not the end of the quarter. So it'll be 3rd and about 17 here. Soldiers in shotgun. Raiders in that 4-4 as whistle blown dead. Some confusion on the Soldier offense as they try to get lined up. As the snap good, fake handoff, and he's lit up in the backfield. That time by 55, and who's that other one? 55, Marcelo Gonzalez. I can't see who that other kid was with the big hit in the back. He's got a white helmet. Everyone else, it's the end of the quarter, but I'm gonna see who that kid was. 24 maybe? Yeah, 24. Big hit by number 24, Demarion Leon Willis in the backfield. As this Soldier offense just can't get anything going. End of quarter, so start of the fourth coming up. We'll switch sides. As the Raiders have a big, comfortable lead of 34-0 going into the fourth here. As we've seen some changes on offense with the Raiders. They've put in a couple of other guys to play quarterback and stuff like that. Let me fix the camera. As we get underway here in the fourth, it's 4th and 27. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. 4th and 25 here in the fourth quarter. Raiders lead 34-0. Snap bobbled, dropped, and he's taken down in the backfield by Chris Bejarano. So turnover on downs as the Raiders will take over the ball here at the Soldier 20. So Raiders will take over the ball at the Soldier 20-yard line here after the turnover on downs. Ryder Mesa still in at quarterback as the Honey Badger and Mello line up in the backfield. Hand off to the fullback. That's the Honey Badger right up the middle, and he thought he was taken down, but he wasn't. He bounces his way outside and turns what should have been a 1 or 2 yard gain into about a 9-yard gain. So 2nd and 1 coming up. So Mesa under center. Handoff is the jet sweep to number 24. He stumbles, breaks the tackle, tries to make it outside as he's got Mello out in front to block. Mello blocks one guy, and then he's finally taken down. In the after a short game, that was Demarion Leon Willis. As they do get the first down, that was about a 6-yard run. So first and goal. If they score here, it'll be 40-0. Or if they get the extra point, 41-0. Right now, 34-0 here in the fourth quarter. This is the 9U game. We got 10U coming up next. We are live from Palo Verde High School in Tucson, Arizona, playing the Tucson Soldiers. As Mello is back in at quarterback, he's got Ryder Mesa running off the field. As Mello tries to get a little bit organized here, puts a guy in the backfield with him, just snaps the ball, backs up, is going to throw. As he throws it deep, and it's bounced off of his shoulder pads and incomplete. That was for the Honey Badger, I believe. But he kind of had to dive for that one as the ball was there, but it's just tough diving catch. But a good attempt there, so that'll bring up second and goal from the 5. So second and goal from the 5. Raiders trying to make it 40-0. Snap dropped and then picked up by Ryder Mesa, and he's going to run it in. Touchdown, Ryder Mesa, number 12. Let's go, baby. Ryder saying, I can run the ball too, baby. Call me the baby Honey Badger. As there is a Raider down and a Soldier down. Let's see who that is. So good little improv run by Ryder Mesa as the ball was dropped and picked up by him. And line still doing their job by giving him enough time to pick it up and run it in. So Ryder Mesa for, I think it's his first touchdown of the year. I don't have a stat sheet, but I think it might have been. That's sweet, man. Shout out Ryder Mesa. As the Raider down was number 23, Liam Villa. He's walking off on his own power, so he's good. He's one of those big meat and potato guys up front, I believe. Raiders come back out and try to convert here. Right now, the score 40-0. They're trying to make it 41-0. As Ryder Mesa back in at quarterback, Honey Badger at fullback, Mello in at halfback. Mesa takes the ball, hands off to the jet sweep to Wilson Castillo Wilson Jr., and he converts. So 41-0 here is that the game? No. Now, I don't know the rule on this, but I know a lot of times when you're up by a lot, they won't even kick the ball off. They'll just give the other team the ball right at the 50. I think that's why. So the Soldiers will take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line as they try to get some points on the board here before the end of the game. Shotgun formation. Snap directly to the fullback as he makes his way a little bit past the line of scrimmage and then just gets lit up by number 36 for the Raiders. A good tackle there. That's Nair Collins. Big hit as they maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. So if you didn't see 8U won big time, I think it was 34-0. 9U now winning 41-0. And this is what this organization needed. We've had a rough little stretch there. We faced the Rams, 49ers, who are both really good. I still think we're better, honestly. I'm not just being biased, but they just played better than us. Top to bottom organization, pretty much. 8U really the only team that had a big win, I believe, in that game. And then 9U won their game last week as the ball is fumbled and then fallen on, I think, by the Raiders. So Raiders take over on the turnover after the fumble, as that might be, we're approaching the end of the game any second here. But Raiders, 9U won last week against the Colts. They looked really good. The 12U team looked really good also. They just fell a little bit short, and that's the game. So we'll be back with the 10U game. Final score 41-0 here. 9U, a dominating win.